Hey everybody, Eric for President here. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, but our first story revolves around a patent that's been floating around for a wireless transceiver for the Oculus Quest. And I first saw this posted on Reddit by user Crazy Merengue 2, and you see here a patent for a wireless transceiver that would plug directly into the USB-C connector on the headset itself. Now I see this popping up in other places as well, but a huge shout out to user He3, who in about every single post that I could find is trying to provide the better updated info. In fact, this patent was pending back in 2019 with other patents showing the wireless transceiver back in 2018 as well. A company will usually file patents on patents to make sure to hold on to the intellectual property rights of it, and this is something that may or may not be part of the Oculus plans for the future. Right now, the option for wireless streaming falls mostly on virtual desktop, in which a stable 5G connection is a superb way to stream PC VR games to the Oculus Quest, but Facebook does not let that functionality happen easy, as you will have to purchase virtual desktop and use the SideQuest APK for that functionality, but I'd highly advise you to do that. If I had to speculate, I think it makes sense that Oculus may in the future have a wireless transceiver, especially with them still making it very difficult to stream games over virtual desktop without using SideQuest, so it kind of makes sense. With the added power demands of a wireless transceiver, I'm not sure if the Oculus Quest can really do that feasibly with the onboard cooling it has. This probably is something we're going to see on an Oculus Quest successor, maybe with an add-on to older gen Oculus Quest. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts though. There's also an article going around from AR Insider that was posted on May 20th that I think shows a lot of potential with VR. There's a lot of great numbers. There's also some not so great numbers, but articles like this really help us identify what we need to do to get more VR users. In this article, there is a new report that shows that 19% of US adults have tried some form of VR, which is up from 16% on the previous year, and in addition, they're using VR more often as well, which is great to hear. Another great highlight is something we talk about a lot, the power of actually using VR, and 55% reported extreme or moderate satisfaction with their expectations. Now, not all the info in here is great news, although none of the bad news is shocking. With standalone headsets making accessibility and price less of a barrier, the barrier of interest is still there in getting VR into people's hands and letting them try it. According to the article, non-VR users have relatively low interest in VR ownership, with 59% citing their reason for disinterest as just not interested. This disparity between user satisfaction and non-user disinterest represents key marketing and logistical challenges for VR. Mike Boland, chief analyst of Artillery Intelligence, says it pretty accurately here. VR's immersive format is a double-edged sword. It's captivating users for its revolutionary jump from traditional content formats, but you have to see it to believe it, and it's hard to convey that experience to non-users. I think noticing and analyzing what makes someone actually interested in trying that VR experience for the first time is important, but something else that we touch on a lot is VR going mainstream. And in reality, we may be decades out from VR ever going mainstream. VR may not ever need to go mainstream. It is an early adopted product for a very long time. However, it doesn't negate awesome articles like this that delve into maybe the main reasons why people are not currently interested in VR and finding ways to make them interested, like adding a lot more value in utility. There's more to unpack on the story. Let me know your thoughts. But moving on, what I'm super excited for is that holy grail VR workspace. And in the story first reported on by David Heaney of Upload VR, we see floating window panels, color pass-through, basically that VR workstation that we all dream of. I think an XR type workspace is of course the holy grail of utility and value, and Facebook elaborates on that by stating tomorrow's VR platform should improve upon the tools of today, but more important, it should enable entirely new ways of working. At the heart of this new experience is a flexible and infinite workspace that will allow teams and individuals to define their working environments from anywhere in the world. In this super short clip, which we'll loop here in the background, we see a demo of a toolbar allowing the user to control windows and browsers, pass through, mixed reality, and more, with multiple PC windows floating and able to be stretched and minimized with hand gestures. The article brings up the keyboard, in which it looks like the key indicators are superimposed over the actual keyboard, and until virtual reality typing becomes easier, honestly, a keyboard will always be desirable over any other input for productivity. We also see more saturated pass-through mode with more color provided than currently on the Oculus Quest. Now, this is of course just a concept demo. We are probably not going to see this on the current gen Oculus Quest, especially the color pass-through mode, but this is likely stuff that we'll be seeing in future XR headsets and other Oculus Quest successors. But it is a great segue from our last story, because what drives people to try things new for the first time? Usually added value or added utility that benefits them in their daily life. there's a reason that I can rationalize spending so much money on a cell phone. Yes, it is a status symbol in a way, but it provides me a lot of daily utility and value, something that gaming, although great, is just the tip of the iceberg to many people on what an XR, VR, AR, whatever headset can do. Utility and value are important, so I'm glad to see something like this in the works because it is the holy grail to me. A VR workstation is going to be amazing. Let me know your thoughts. Also in quickie game news, Ready at Dawn, the developers behind the already amazingly performing Echo VR, Echo Arena specifically on the Oculus Quest, are putting out feelers right now for Echo Combat. Now, Echo Combat was the future expansion to Echo Arena and introduced more weapons and traditional first-person shooter combat, but with these super fresh mechanics of Echo VR and game mode similar to Payload in Overwatch. Both Echo Arena and Echo Combat are fantastic games, each delivering a different mode of enjoyment, but to me, I've always personally enjoyed Echo Combat, but again, that's just my personal preference. Natalie from Ready at Dawn posted this poll in their Discord this week, seeing the want for Echo Combat to come to the Oculus Quest. There is of course overwhelming want for it, but Ready at Dawn did give the reminder that they're currently focused on Echo Arena only. I think it's safe to say, seeing some of the in-game announcements as well as this poll, that Echo Combat is likely for the Oculus Quest way farther in the future. Right now they are prioritizing on making sure the already amazing Echo Arena for the Oculus Quest keeps getting better and becomes one of those staple games. But no matter what Ready at Dawn does, they will most likely, between Echo Arena and Echo Combat, have some of the best, most polished, amazing experiences for the Oculus Quest, and I'm excited to see what they do. And while to many the 1-year anniversary sale that started on May 21st was lackluster to a lot of Oculus Quest users, with the Rift S finally getting a little bit more of a win, there was a surprise announcement the same day that the Contractors Beta is officially open to everybody. Contractors is a team-based multiplayer shooter that has been out for a while on PC VR, and it comes out to a lot of great reviews. For those who want faster-paced gameplay than Onward, but a little slower and more strategic than Pavlov, I really advise to try Contractors, as I think it sets a good middle alternative. Announced on Reddit, the Quest Beta is now available to everyone. This build is feature complete. It contains all the game modes from official game and 4 large-scale maps. It also comes with the ability to crossplay with a special PC beta version. I'm really glad to see Contractors coming to the Oculus Quest. I've played the beta, it is a lot of fun, and it just provides a lot of options. I think the Oculus Quest has a great current library of multiplayer first-person shooters, with Onward known to be coming to it as well. So between Onward, Contractors, and Pavlov, there is a multiplayer first-person shooter version that may suit your playstyle for everyone, so great to have those options. That's going to be it for today's video though. If you did enjoy this video, please leave that like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you on the next one's VR Space Cowboys.